Alright, hello and welcome to my bedroom. This is Norma. She's sleeping, so she's going to be just hanging out while I do a few things. And what I'm here today to show you is um, my feet. No, not really, not just my feet. But one of the things that I practice constantly and have to learn to adapt is to do things called ADLs, which is assisted daily living. This is something they teach you in therapy. They teach you many ways to do things. One of the things that you have to do is learn to put on your shoes. There's my shoes. What I do is currently, and what I've been doing mostly since therapy, is I put on my shoes in the bed. I get up to what's called a long sit, where I'm sitting straight up with my legs straight out, and I lean over and I manipulate my legs and put on my shoes. One of the problems with that is once you get your shoes on and you're trying to get yourself out of bed, the shoes become very difficult to move along the bed. They grab, which is what you're seeing there. They just sort of grab, and it makes it very difficult, which is already difficult to move your legs along the bed. It makes it that much more difficult. It's possible, but it's very hard. So one of the things been trying to do, and this new wheelchair has helped. You see my legs are stretched out, so they're kind of in that same position as the long sit would be, where my legs are out and I'm sitting straight up. So what I've needed to do, and I've been able to do this since my other wheelchair, was to be able to take my shoes off first off. But getting them on was difficult because with the other chair where I couldn't get to this position, I could not lean over far enough and lift my legs far enough up to be able to do that. So this allows me to do this. So what I'm going to do is try and do this, and I'm holding the camera, so I'll try and be as steady as I can. But I take the shoe and come over and slide it over the foot. Now that's easy enough, okay, but still not on, obviously. You can't go around with it like that. So I take this device here. What you're looking at here is a dressing stick. It's basically a long dowel rod. It's got this little device which is used for pulling and pushing and different things. Usually there's a hook on this end. I always take the hook off because I've never really noticed a need for it, and I basically stab myself with it a few times, and I don't really need that. So what I'm going to do is I take this, and you got this little edge here, go on the shoe, and you pull it right up over the ankle. It seems really easy, and it kind of is, but when you're trying to figure out how to do things, you have to kind of, play with it a little bit. And it took me a while to figure this out. I tried it multiple times, and I got it to where I could do it. Now, a lot of days, we're still getting dressed in the bed. Michelle's here helping me, so she'll just do it in the bed and then help lift my legs off, and that's due to expediency, just to get things done quicker. But, as I learn independence and want to do things on my own, I have to be able to do all the different things that I want to be able to do, and that includes getting dressed completely on my own, getting my shoes, getting in and out of bed on my own, all those things, which, I can do a lot of them, and I do some of them, but sometimes we just make it the easy way. See, that slides right on over, very easy, everything's popped up, and then I lean down, and then I put these back. Now again, you're seeing that I have Velcro shoes. I don't do this out as a fashion statement or something that I really like. And the therapist said this as well, they're just so much easier than dealing with regular, laced shoes or any sort of other thing, because they're just easier to undo. So it's basically, and a lot of my life is ease. I wear, what nicer looking, like almost sweatpants, but that's because they're easier to get on and off. And one of the things with jeans is they have rivets and all sorts of seams that dig into your skin. So the smoother the material, the better. No pockets is good. That creates other problems too. But anyway, what I'm showing you here is kind of one of the ADLs that I sort of taught myself based on the equipment I had, and that's the wheelchair that I had and the dressing stick. So I lift these back up, and then, you know, so when I'm ready to go, I basically can turn my wheelchair back on, because I always turn it off when I'm doing anything, because I don't want to accidentally, you know, start moving it when I'm not ready for it to be moving. So that would be very easy to do, to accidentally hit it. So I lower my feet back down. You know, I'm done. I basically lower it down to the end position, and I lift my feet back up onto those footrests. So that would be the extent of me putting on my shoes and getting my feet back up on the wheelchair. That's all for now. Norma slept through the whole thing. So thank you. Bye.